Now assuming thou intendest to continue thy tour, might I suggest Slitherbow as thy next destination? Oh, right, we have to check on Stola, too. 14. All right, 12. And thank you so much for the contribution of the channel points as well. So everybody thinks it's going to be 12. 12 is what one? So, and we're at what, 8 now? Or 9? 8. We're at 8. Okay. The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work. Yet I suspect Ishtola is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. No, tonight I just have, Yingling, American Eagle. This is actually old. I'm surprised it's still carbonated because I went to drink it before I went out. So I went out with, a couple of coworkers and a couple of friends. And one of my drinks that I actually like if I'm not drinking beer is Tito's, so vodka, soda, and 2 limes. But also at the place that I went to, they have a really, really nice dessert martini. And it has like cold brew coffee in it, chocolate, milk. It's absolutely fantastic. So I ended up having that as well. But yeah, no pumpkin coffee today, not for the moment. Yeah, I did pass the Amaro part. I had just gotten past the Amaro part. It is quite the challenge. Especially since I'm wearing makeup, and for some reason, I'm one of the only chicks ever that actually has a really hard time putting on makeup. So I always end up getting makeup in my eye, which then somehow gets behind my contact. And so for like the first couple of hours after I put my contacts in, one of my contacts is always blurry, which is really bad. Wine or rum? See, I like rum. I'm not as big of a fan of wine. Raw vodka? No. Well, I mean, I can just have like Kettle One over rocks and just drink it that way. But when I have Tito's, I do Tito's with soda water or tonic. That spoiled milk? No, I won't. I have 2 gallons of milk in the fridge. One is spoiled, one is not. Great. I can't wait for my makeup to be messed up. Okay, so we're going to see Stola now. And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Does Urianger truly think me so slovenly? The nerve. Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I've even bade my farewells. To everyone save Runar. Oh, Runar is so in love with her, though. Oh, that's gonna be so sad. Runar is in love. All right. He's nowhere to be seen because he knows, because he's in love. I love Runar. All right. I don't know if this is gonna have voice acting, but if it does, I'll change the dialogue to scroll.
Master Matoya.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
For too long, I have remained silent, but no longer.
Aw, thank you so much for the sub, Alex!
Please, stay. I beg of you.
Oh, just stay, Stola, stay! Aw, thank you so much for the sub, guys! Isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever seen?
Runar, please.
I'm like already gonna cry just because Runar is so freaking sweet.
I jest. At least in part.
He's lying. He does not jest.
What I came to say is this.
Stay here and die so I can put it in you.
Thank you.
It's such a good story,
your
guys.
wisdom,
I cannot wait
your
for you guys to get this far.
And your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost.
I know, I'm already crying too. Oh, that's
We
so
will never
cute.
forget you, Master Matoya.
Well, thank you so
Wherever
much for
your
the
journeys may
resub
take you,
and get working on
You will
that
always be in
bracelet.
our hearts.
Oh,
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs.
Runar is so sweet.
But neither should you be beholden to them. For it is with curiosity and courage that the Knight's Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
And she's trying to make him feel better, and it's not
Indeed
gonna
they are.
work.
And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
I am. But he's so cute.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day,
He brought her a flower and everything. He will be
On
getting
such a
sad
day.
drunk. Is she gonna come back and visit him? On such a day, what?
you may call on me.
Aw, that
The
is
means
so
to travel
cute.
between worlds exists. You can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, she winked at him and everything.
Really?
I know that wink. You may call on me. Ah. No, she's just as sweet. Seriously, I would ship them. And she's never acted like that. Like, all of the dudes love Stola, right? But there's never been a time where she's even, where it's been like, it's always been unrequited, you know? And she totally is like, you can call on me. Okay, I have to add that to the cry counter, because I definitely teared up when he brought her, the flower. How is it now? Is it better? Better now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but like, all of my Streamlabs stuff is messed up. And so I keep having to fix it every 2 seconds, but as long as that's better, that's all I care about. Okay, good. That, and I have it like right in front of my face as well. Okay, good. He's so freaking sweet. I would totally ship that relationship. Right? It totally is. Alright. Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Sigh. Anyway, it is time we headed back to the Crystarium, shall we? You still have to take the Exarch to Nabatharang. I see, very well. You can look in on Thancred while you're about. He will be a difficult farewell, and I am sure he would appreciate your support. The path goes through Twine. If you wait there, you are like to meet him on his way back, if not before. Oh, he has to say goodbye to Reen! Oh, that's so freaking sad, man. That's so freaking sad. Sorry. My mom's already texting me about getting back to make sure that the dogs are all set, so I'm doing that too. Right? Here, Reen, let's just put your memory and soul into this bottle. And I promise we'll take you everywhere and you'll get to go on all of the adventures. Hey, Kaido, it goes. Just finishing up the MSQ for today. And then at some point I will be doing the unlocks tomorrow and Monday, so. Alright. It'll be fine. She's so sweet. That's true, he did kind of say goodbye now that he was like okay with her being with Gaia. So there's that too. Alright, you two, what is this, my bloody name day? It's like all of my name days have come at once. I see. Yes, Thancred was here, and Reen too. They said they wanted to go to Nabatharang, so we gave them the use of the trolley. That's right, the old girl's up and running again, but we didn't just put her back together, mind you. No, with a little bit of help from Master Chai. We made her faster! And stronger! Oh yes, the future of trolleys is looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, but I reckon it might be time. Time to reach for the stars with a trolley dwarf all trolleys. If you ask me, we better off making them smaller. That way they can fit in narrow shafts. But that's genius! Why didn't I think of that? They're so cute together. He does have a one-track mind. Well, she was Shiva at the moment. I don't think she still encompasses her. And mash them together? Like a brookie. A brownie and a cookie. That's what we'll do with Rain. We could just find some kind of vessel and just put her... Hey, thank you so much for the follow. The $1 million trolley. Enough, you can daydream in your own time. In case you've forgotten, our priority is to have more working trolleys. Magnus's story was super sad too. I'm so glad that he's getting through it. That's why we turned to China's, by the way. Not to make the one trolley we've got go faster. We need help getting a few Talos back in working order, see? We were out testing them when your airship came down, as a matter of fact. You seem to have a habit of crashing things. We're back. Our thanks for the loan of the trolley. Xandrii, what are you doing here? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. He isn't wrong, but still. And I love how China's was, like, worried about it. He's like, I guess we're just happy that you're safe and we don't really need to worry about the trolley. Oh, and before I go on, just a little tidbit for anybody that hasn't joined. This is the Discord. That's where I am for most of the time. If you ever want to get a hold of me, I check DMs on Discord way quicker than I check DMs anywhere else. This is the social media. And this is the YouTube. So that's not actually my most recent video, but if you subscribe, I'm actually putting up my whole experience through the rest of 5.3 up on YouTube. And I do have the first video up. I'll have the second video up by the end of the night tonight, or tomorrow morning. So you guys will be able to see that. And probably my whole experience through 5.3 before the unlocks will be between like 7 and 8 videos. So you guys will get to see that too. It would be a fun thing to add to a D&D character. Alright, not to pry, but what's going on? You off somewhere? You could say that. Oh god, what is Thancred getting himself into? So you're heading home. I'm just a simple miner and don't know much about the world-traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after, will she? I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium and don't want for anything. Besides which, I've recently made a new friend. Her name is Gaia, and she'll always be there if I need her, just like you lot. So please don't worry. I'll be fine, really. If you say so. It being a matter of life and death, I suppose you have to leave. But I, for one, would still be torn. If the choice were mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. You're just making it worse! You're just making it worse. She does mention her. That's nice. Oh, I don't know. That's actually a good question. I wonder if she does mention it if you still haven't done them. It would kind of be like a spoiler if she still mentioned her if you haven't done the raid. So that's a good question. No, but it's for the best. Rain has chosen to walk her own path, and she doesn't need me under her feet. Besides, I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a very good example if I neglected them. Perhaps not. Either way, I envy you, your dilemma. Well then, young lady, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you're to call on us. It may surprise you, but we can do more than simply offer you trolley rides. Oh, she does still mention her? You would think that with how serious like Yoshi P is about spoilers, that she wouldn't mention her. So, oh, you did test it? No, I know you wouldn't have any idea who Gaia is. I'm just saying that, like, they're so serious about it that I'm surprised. Shall we then? If you've nowhere left to visit, we can go back to the Crystarium together. I don't want to say goodbye. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about all the cryo stuff. I guess you're right. That makes sense. Alright, let's see. I don't know why I have another random quest here, but I'm totally doing it. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, this guy looks cool. I've never seen, like, a lion boy that was completely blue with blonde hair. That actually looks really cool. Oh, you didn't pay attention to Stormblood? I paid attention to anybody, or to all of the expansions, so. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really know why I'm just randomly handing it in. I just saw a quest that I could hand in and I got all giddy because I'm a dork, so. I'll get back to the MSQ in just a moment. Is it a cat boy? I thought it was a lion boy. But I guess that makes sense. Yeah, cat boy. I've just never seen one completely blue with blonde hair. It looks good, though. That's true. My quest log will be a little bit better. But I'm saving all of the quests for my alt jobs like everybody told me to do. Yeah, I know Lion Boy is Hrothgar. I just couldn't think of the name, which is why I called it Lion Boy. But yeah, it is a cat boy. But only because I've only really seen lion boys be this color. Really? You think Stormblood is greater than Shadowbringers? Why? Like, I legitimately wanted to know why. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Yep, Ronso. That's what they are in FF10. Which is why I was so excited to see the Hrothgar in 14. And I kept calling them Ronsos too, but it was R-O-N-S-O. Were the Ronsos in 10. Kimari! Yes! Hey, Sebastian, what's up? The plot flowed better. I figured out it was an Ether Current quest, like, right after I started doing it. Hrothgar in the source, yeah. Well, that too. I was just excited about calling them Ronso just because Kimari in FF10. Oh, it's you. You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. It's just, I always knew that everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that we would find a way to send them home. But now that the time has come, I just feel lost. Lost and lonely. I don't want our last moments together to be sad. I want to hold myself together, just long enough to say the things that I need to say. But I'm not sure I can even do that. You can do it, Reen. I mean, I've done some. I have everything unlocked except 2 areas that just happen to be one of the areas. It's literally Amarang and Lakeland that I don't have unlocked. It did feel like a Horde versus Alliance story. I feel the same way, Sebastian. So, like, obviously everybody has their opinion, but for me, I even think ARR, including the Gauntlet, was better than Stormblood. Like, I actually think ARR had better story than people give it credit for, just because people were so upset about the Gauntlet. What? Alright. Thank you, Xandrii. I feel braver already. Thank you so much for the resub, Vestara. A year? That's crazy. Go on ahead and join the others. I'll be along after I've taken a few deep breaths. So I'm gonna go rejoin the others for saying goodbye. Maps! Yeah, maps. Yeah, I do have a lot of friendly fire. I'm not very good at FPSs. That's why I play MMOs. I'm not good at shooters at all. Like, at all. So that's a thing. Alright, thank you so much, Maples. I appreciate it.
We've all said.
Alright, so I'm gonna be quiet for this.
Backlog undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
I don't want to. I don't want to leave the first.
Everyone?
She's gonna say something sad and I'm gonna cry. That's awesome. Thank you, Grayson.
I want to thank you all. On behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. And no words can express our gratitude.
Seriously?
We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad.
We probably should.
All. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen.
Oh, Thancred.
To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
I miss Minfilia.
Thank you.
You're gonna start crying already.
I believe the
Me
honor
too.
of responding should rightfully be thine.
Rabbit lady. I didn't talk to a rabbit lady.
I know better than most how
And it
much
is
you
happy
grow,
crying.
and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud.
He used a dad voice there.
Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Oh, and she cries.
Might we also say a few words?
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium.
With or without us,
Lena
you've
is such a good
always
character.
taken good care of this city. I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
I, a more resilient people we have never known.
It's just sad that the Exarch, like, can't hear this, you know?
As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted.
I wonder if he could ever travel back to visit them, like, if we
All
could get
will
everything
be
to work
well.
with his body, you
Of
know?
this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us. That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest.
And I love how everybody is crying. Like, they're all just taking in what Lena is saying, and
that
they're
he
all
should
crying.
Ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile.
I'll help you level wherever you want.
We shall be smiling with him.
And then she cries.
Will you tell him this?
Word for word, man. Word for word.
Thank you. Please look after him for us.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
I don't want anybody to have to leave. This sucks. This sucks so much. And now I have to add to the cry count. Because I'm a freaking pansy. So we've surpassed 9 and 10. So what did everybody vote on? 12? I think 12 was the winner, and thank you so much for the follow. Ugh. Did 12? Okay. Oh, and we gotta wind up Mistle. Alright. I'll help you level. Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready, Xandrii? No, I'm not! Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. Ugh. This sucks. Like, I was fine until Reen started crying. And then it really upset me. And then when Lena started tearing up, I was like, oh shit. I hope we come back again too. Hey, Veltus. Ah, there you are. I take it you are ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed, and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Upon beginning the soul-imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside... Aw, thank you so much for the resub, Valorin. Yeah, that's fine. You can keep emo-only mode up. This is going to be the long cutscenes, so we're starting it right now. So enjoy this, everybody. Thank you for the follow. Very good. I shall distribute the vessels at once. I don't think I'm ready.
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
Can you guys hear it okay? Or do I need to turn it up? Before I continue on with this, do I need to turn up the volume of the cutscenes? Or can you guys hear it well? Turn it up just a tad? Okay. Because it's not like I'll be talking through these anyway. So I can turn it up. Just knowing that that's...
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
That's... the Exarch's blood is just...
Well, that just leaves our souls then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
I forgot about him. She, like, made Angelo. And then that's more reference to FF8 for, Rhinoa's dog. Oh, that is weird.
It is done! The vessels have received of both their memories and their souls. I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
I will.
This will work, won't it?
It's sad to think that it might not. You know what I mean? Like, technically they really haven't tried it.
Have held thus far. But I make no promises about what's to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory. Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur.
Great.
Yet miracles do happen. So let us pray.
And before somebody doesn't make it.
Home.
You know what I mean? Like, one person just, like, doesn't make it. Like, one of the twins.
Until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
Oh my god. Oh, and then they play this music. Yoshi P. And I just walk in there like a boss. this music though. Seriously, it's so good. Especially the "our journey will never end" part. Like, ugh.
Did it? Are we?
Say. If I were Thancred, I would not want to be back here.
Well,
I'd want to be with Reen.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're all back.
Cut it out, Tataru. You're gonna make me cry.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better.
And isn't Stola's outfit just like super cute right here?
That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
Oh.
the vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
Oh, right! I have to see if that'll work. Oh my god.
What? But you've only just got here.
What if it doesn't work?
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
See, he's being positive as though it's gonna work though, but what if it doesn't work? I don't know if I want to do this.
Yours is a long road, my friend.
Oh my god, shut up.
And it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there.
Oh my god. Chills, you guys.
For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort.
But what if it doesn't work?
This, I hope, I believe. Here at memory's end.
You know, technically, I don't know if you guys want me to count that, but I actually did tear up earlier when we had to leave the first. I don't know if you guys want me to count that, but technically, I teared up. That's 12. Seriously? It's a good thing I have you guys keeping track. I'm such a freaking pansy. I did. I stopped and then I started. I was trying not to. Oh!
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
About what? About Urianger being gorgeous?
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
Oh, she made these! Oh, that's so
credit
cool!
Where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right.
Oh, that's so cool!
For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favorite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal.
Cool.
Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return and promised to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble.
But
we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
Oh, that's so cool! And why is Alize upset? Because it just reminds her of the first and everything that happened there?
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
Oh, I see. Because everybody else changed, and she didn't.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
So is this foreshadowing for the next expansion for these two to have more character development? I wonder? Maybe change their jobs? Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Exactly what I was thinking, Fetch.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat.
There's the bread!
Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
It was a mood. It definitely was a mood.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state.
Wait!
May I assume that the ward has been restored?
The Warrior of Light is back? Did it work?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance.
Oh my god.
It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
I'll help you level wherever you want.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note,
thank you for the
hast thou
follow.
perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Oh, it worked.
I'll help you level wherever you want.
If you're certain that's what you...
Yes, we want you to go with us. Graha, really? Seriously? Quit being a prat.
Right.
He looks so different.
I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the seventh dawn. Graha'tia, at your service.
Oh, he is so cute.
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld.
Oh, Andy references the song. Come on. He seriously references Tomorrow and Tomorrow?
Like a fool, seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Oh.
Help! Somebody help!
Oh. Seriously? What? He's so young on the source. Like, look at him.
Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage!
Hippogriffs?
A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
Did we merge with Harry Potter?
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a...
Alize's just like, nope, I'm gone. Look at her go.
Here we go again.
They're probably not even ready for battle yet. She just runs out. Oh, now she has to do his bullets for him?
I will join the fray when I finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears.
Hey, is he flirting with her?
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
He just wants to adventure with the Warrior of Light. That's all he wants to do. What? Oh. It's 13. I'm changing it. And we still have to see what freaking Gaius and Esti are up to if they go back to that as well. Or anything back on the first now that we've gone. And Zenos.
So it was that a new adventure began.
There's Zenos.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
And I wonder if this is the kid.
I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom.
Like another Ascian that we don't know of taking Asahi's
Splendid. Truly splendid.
form, or if it's Anokakalahai. I don't know how to
hear,
spell or pronounce his
proceed
name.
apace.
But it looks like it's Asahi, right? But it's gotta be an Ascian.
Oh yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find.
And it's Asahi's body, right?
With the Populares now all but destroyed, It will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertion.
So who is in it?
That I met with a grisly end.
Thank you for the follow.
And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men
that
and
confirms it.
expedite
But who
plans
is
than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree?
And why is he so money hungry and excited to be rich? That doesn't seem like an Ascian
But
thing.
wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
It is Asahi! I mean, we all knew.
Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg.
Did you mean asshole?
What did you say your name was?
Zenos doesn't even remember.
Oh,
that's mean.
A dagger through my heart, that my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized.
This Ascian is really theatrical as well,
forgotten.
isn't he? Like, I thought Emmett was theatrical, but whoever is in Asahi's body, like, seriously.
Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now. And I, faithful Fandan,
They really did, I agree.
labor only to advance my lord's ambitions.
Just when you thought the Ascian story was over with Elidibus being the heart of Zodiark.
Speaking of which,
then
with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc-wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope
But Elidibus thought that he was the last of the
that
Unsundered.
the last of the Unsundered is gone?
Fendaniel?
Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
So is he sundered? Or is he an Unsundered that they didn't know was Unsundered?
Your radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
Then who is he?
That which awaited was a fell beast.
And he seems even more nuts than all the
Ferocious.
rest.
Ravenous.
Like, he seems
remorseless.
like a really, really good pair to have with Zenos, that's for sure.
Do as you will.
And Zenos just doesn't give a shit. Huh.
It has been too long, my friend.
Right, but I thought maybe he
And
just didn't know if there was
insufferably
another
dull in your
Unsundered.
When you return to me, you will share everything. Every
And he
blow
wants to
will
see
be
the
a
Warrior of
story
Light
unto
again.
Itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion.
Oh, that'll be cool. That should be a fun fight.
Oh yes. To reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
Oh, that's so cool. That's such a cool line. Thank you for the follow.
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse.
That's so
Into
cool.
its domain shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
The final chapter in the Tale of the Star on the First, or the Tale of the Star on the Source? And if by saying the final chapter of this star, does that mean we're going to a different star next time? Yeah, I'll show it to him. Ah, you're back. Tell me, Xandrii, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerism? I thought it better to be familiar than formal, if we are to be comrades. But now I worry that it may have been detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginning. Yes, yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its changes. In a way, it was easier than when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what it was like to do without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted, or hungry. Yet if all I did was bend the bow, I would be limited of use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that. A green initiate, eager to learn how best to continue the cause. That he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Me! I'm his inspiration. I'll help you level wherever you want. And he's now a trust companion. I suppose we ought to take stock of the situation by forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity. We have unwritten history. The future now lies beyond my ken. None can say what awaits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we can overcome all trials. Show him your wind-up mistle. Yep, I'm using it. Level 80 from the start. Yeah, you can definitely add me. I would love that. I just have to get rid of someone who hasn't been on since. I hope it's not the end of the Hydaelyn Zodiark arc, because I like thinking that Hydaelyn wasn't good, you know what I mean? Because they allude a lot to her not being as amazing as everyone thinks. But yeah, it definitely looks like the twins will have new jobs. I'll help you level wherever you want. The Artisans of the Mean, thank you so much for the follow, had come to me with a proposal, you see. In celebration of the knight's return, they asked how I wished to be commemorated on a coin or as an automaton. 100% the end? Aw, that's so sad. Yeah, definitely, add me. Yeah, he did say that he would work on it, but there's still quite a bit more. And I know, I just really love the Ascian story is all. Garlemald would be amazing as well. But I'm just, I don't know, like, I'm really excited to see where they take it, and I really hope somebody as good as the writer for ShB and the Dark Knight story does it, because it's amazing. The arc will be ending, yeah. That Hydaelyn possessed Minfilia, maybe. I know it's full, that's what I just said, I have to get rid of some people that haven't been on. Plus the sound which drove the ancients mad. Oh, true. I don't think anyone's told me about the secret hint in Lakeland. Neither, I replied, for all the good it did. They knew I would be embarrassed. It makes no difference what time they give it. Yet still they did it. It's so cute! A right stubborn lot they are. As benefits the people of the Crystarium, they shall be just fine without me, and Lena may rest assured I do not worry for them. Aw, thank you. Alphino is considered an academician at ShB. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Are they, like, where did you find that out, Veltus? But I'm excited, like, I don't know what the new adventure would be because it's such a big story, you know what I mean? Oh, they say it in the Trust. See, I haven't done as much with the Trust. No longer am I a leader of a nation. Whatever power and influence I may have wielded, I have left behind as surely as I have left my body. But everything I have ever felt and experienced, all of these things and more I have brought with me. You have brought for me. I will look at the Trust, and I shall carry them close to my heart always, unto the end of my days. Thank you so much for the resub, Ratka.